Alright guys, Indiana Hobby Laser Guy by night, coming to you here at the house. Sorry about all the ripping and roaring, but we're going to try to do some glass. This is my second attempt. The first one went okay, but we're going to try my actual logo on this one and see what happens. What you're seeing on the cup is a little bit of dish soap, and I have my CO2 machine set up. I already have it leveled out. I did that a little bit ahead of time. One thing I did notice, that see how this moves? I'm thinking that I should actually turn this around. The first time that I did this, I put it the other direction, and my image stretched. So I am going to try to level this out the other direction and see if we can't get it to engrave with the heavy side on the wheels that are attached to the stepper motors. I probably should have leveled this out the other direction before I put this dish soap on there, but well, we all learn in different ways. Well, it doesn't look like my rotary is going to go down far enough. I've got to go way down still. Alright, well, then we're going to try this a little differently. I'm going to put some weight on the other side. Let me get this cranked back up. I'll put a few sockets or something in there and use that for some weight. The only bad problem with that is because of the slant on the glass, the sockets are going to want to roll out. Alright, so we'll lock that guy in so it doesn't move anymore. And I will clean this nasty thing off. It's got dish soap all over it now. I do want to smear this around a little bit from where it was on that part, because I guess the reason that you put this on is so that it helps with the heat. I do believe I'm still in tolerance. Yep, I'm good with my focusing. Make sure we are dead center, or at least really close to dead center over the cup. And we look pretty good right there. And I am lined up with the edge of my work bed on the bottom, the part that doesn't move, so I'm assuming that that's going to be good. And we will go to light burn now. Walk with me. Okay. So, there's my logo. I do have a camera, but it's not a camera that I can hook up for light burn because the focus on it, I don't know how to say this exactly. It focuses too far away, so it doesn't capture enough, I guess. Okay, so when you're doing glass or any kind of rotary, you're going to want to make sure that you are in current or user origin. Go to the center so that you're right on the middle of the cup, so that you have that green little dot right there. And if you try to move this guy, let me show you, try to move it, that little green dot walks away from you. So you want to kind of get that in the middle. Because I put dish soap on the cup, I cannot focus it, but I already know that I'm where I need to be because I just got done doing another cup. That looks like this. It turned out okay, but I don't have the weight. Speaking of weight, walk with me. I got to put some weight on the inside of that cup. I want to see if that's exactly why the roundness of my cup was not there. Like I said, I'm going to put some sockets inside here. It's the only thing that I have right now. So let's hope that this works. We're all trialing in there in half the time anyway. All right, back to light burn. So we have our cup set up with the weight. We have our image set up. Everything that I watch on YouTube, they say that for a regular cup, you don't want to go past 2.5 inches from the image itself, the width of it, or on this side it would be the height, because then it'll rotate around the side of the cup and you won't see it. So I keep mine at around 2.5 inches. If you need to measure, you can just come in here and grab your little measuring tool. And I'm at 61, and for those of you that don't know, about 2.5 inches. So that's where we're at with that. Now my cuts, here's my settings. I set my last cup for 225 millimeters a second, and I put it at 40% power. And it seemed to do really good, but there's some rough spots on that cup. So I think I probably should back that down just the slightest bit. So I'm gonna try 35 on this one and see how that works. I'm keeping my line interval at 8, which is the 317, basically 318 LPI. And I'm doing fill all shapes at once. My air assist, everything is on at this point. So now all there is to do is hit start. But before I do that, I want to check something. Walk with me here on this one. We're going to check this rotary. Okay, so everybody that I've seen on YouTube are telling me that this is supposed to be 28. When I put mine at 28, my images come out so messed up. I tried a few on a cup. Wow, it is super dark over here. Let's try this. This one came out decent at 3100, but see how that one is a little squished. That one is backwards. Everything that I've done, it's looked a little squashed for some reason, and I'm thinking it's because my cup's not rotating correctly. So let's see what this does. I really want to get a different rotary, even though I literally just bought this one. It was like $250. If I would have been thinking, I probably would have bought the Chuck style rather than the Wills. But, well, lesson learned. Alright, so we are still back at just hitting start. I already went through and set up everything that I needed to do with my rotary, which for those that you don't know, I have the hot dog wheels, so I have the roller. You click that, enable your rotary. I actually click this mirror output, that way I don't have to rotate my image manually on the screen. I can just leave it the way it is. That makes it really nice. And yeah, my settings here are going to be probably different than most people's, but my wheel size or diameter is 67.68. The cup that I'm running is 255 millimeters, the circumference. So I set up everything there. Made sure that I got everything that I needed, and we are starting this guy. So let's take a walk back over to the CO2 and see what it looks like. It's pretty cool. In the CO2, it only takes a matter of a few minutes to do some of this stuff compared to the diode laser. I have a diode laser over there in my little nice setup of everything. But the diode laser, of course, won't cut this glass like this, but, well, let me rephrase that. It will cut this glass, but you got to use paint, and there's a bunch of different other things you got to do. But it's so slow. I did a cutting board a while back. It took me 13 hours to do the cutting board, and I mimicked it on my CO2, and it took me 13 minutes. So for those of you that don't have a CO2 and you're thinking about getting into the business of selling this stuff or trying to mass produce it, you better get a CO2 or a fiber laser, because you will not make it. You won't be able to keep up with your demand with a diode laser. I know they got the new 40 watt out and everything else, but I'm sold on the CO2. See how quick this thing's burning this image into here? It takes no time at all. I think it's been running, let's see, let's walk over here. Right here on the bottom of my machine, which it's not gonna, there we go. It's got a counter right down here at the bottom. It's the run time right there. 1 minute and 55 seconds, and I'm almost done with this thing. So just imagine how much you could really kick out with this thing. I see a big issue down here. See how I put the sockets in there? I know that they're still rotating, but that's going to cause an issue with my image. But nothing I can do at this point but let it run its cycle, because they still are rotating. And so far it's doing pretty good. I wish I'd have made the image just a slight bit bigger, but that's okay. Oh, sorry about sniffling. And we're done. All right, a big whopping 2 minutes and 54 seconds to cut that glass. Ooh, it smells like dishes in here. And see how my image is a little squashed still? I really got to figure this out, because there ain't no way that I would give that to somebody, just to even give, let alone sell it to somebody. So I'm going to go in here. Give me 1 second. We're going to try to wash this soap off of here. See how the image disappears somewhat? Okay. See if I can dry this thing off one-handed without dropping it and shattering it all over the floor. Let's go back over here in the work area. And there it is. It cut pretty decent. Let me grab it, see what it feels like. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I think 35 is my setting that I'm going to use. But give her a try, guys. This is Indiana Hobby Laser Guy by Night, signing off. Good day.